being a bat and I hate flying. Do you know, an owl tried to eat me? Me, a creature that has been for centuries treated like common prey.
And we're back here. Maybe today I will get my first patient. Maybe I will analyze someone. Let's find out.
Let's start with the first question any therapist asks then. What brought you to me? Why is becoming a therapist so important to you?
I want to help vampires.
Well, gosh, I remember what it was like. Being all angry, hungry, and scared all the time. It ain't no way to live. When I see vampires acting the way I used to, I just need to show them there's more to unlife.
And why is that up to you?
Well, everybody has to do something in life, no?
You, of all people, know how lost our kind can be. Preying on the weak, dating mortal high schoolers.
Yeah, I don't think the problem here is mortal. I think it's the high schooler's fault. I think that's the problem.
I've got to make them see their potential. That's what I'm here for. I know it.
That is a lot of responsibility to place on yourself.
You got a funny look in your eye. Am I doing one of them distortion things?
I don't know, answer yourself. This is a control fallacy.
Yes, perhaps you can tell me what
Look
it
at
is.
that. I guess I was right.
When you say you are here to make vampires see the world differently, in what way are you distorting reality?
Control fallacy. It's up to me.
Well, I guess that's a control fallacy, right? I can't assume I'll be able to help other vampires the way I was helped.
Exactly.
Very good, Samuel. Control fallacies are hard to avoid when one feels strongly about something. Your fate is not to transform every vampire you ever meet, even those who are your clients.
Of course. It's not my responsibility. It's your life. Your problem.
You will do what you can do, and that is enough.
That's what I said.
But I am eager to learn how you develop this desire to help our king find a different way of thinking.
Well, like I told you when I first female-ed you, I was a real nasty son of a bitch when I first became a vampire.
That's labeling, but it's retrospective, so maybe it's okay.
When I look back and see what a no-account piece of shit I was, I ain't nothing but embarrassed. It all seems pretty stupid to me now. Here we are living forever and all we can do is kill? That's the dumbest thing I ever did here.
I'm going to stop you for a moment. Stupid, no-account piece of shit, nasty son of a bitch, dumbest thing.
Labeling.
You hear the way you are talking about yourself?
Labeling.
With respect, sir, I earned all them names. I killed women and children. Half the ghost towns out west are my doing. I didn't think of nobody but myself.
That's not very good. Women and children.
Pretend you are my therapist. If I sat here and called myself a no-account piece of shit, what would you tell me?
I said, I hope you have an account. These therapy sessions aren't free. No, I tell you, you're labeling.
I'd say you were doing some labeling. And I guess I'd tell you to look at yourself a little more kindly.
Extend the same compassion to yourself then, Samuel. How are you to move on from being a nasty son of a bitch if you are labeling yourself?
No, okay.
If you wish to be a guide to other vampires, you must start with compassion for them and for yourself.
The vampire quoting the Bible. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. And yet we're so scared of the cross.
Now that you've gotten all that horrible name-calling out of the way, please tell me, how did you find your sense of purpose?
Well, I was on the run, you see. The Wild West was ending and the Pinkertons were starting to get the better of my gang. I went into hiding and found a strange group of folks out in the country. They knew I was an outlaw right away, but they didn't judge me for it.
That's nice of them.
They didn't even care that I was a vampire. They welcomed me like a friend, even shared their blood with
Oh.
me. They taught me how to appreciate the beauty of the night, and I started seeing things I'd never noticed before. They taught me my letters.
Wait, but he was alive before he died. What do you mean, he was illiterate? Very interesting.
Once my community died out, I started walking. That was something else they taught me how to do. There ain't nothing like having a walk and a think. I walked in nature for about 90 years and just took in all the grace and beauty of my country.
It's a long time to walk.
I guess I was kind of selfish, though. I should have been helping other vampires the way the Transcendentalists helped me.
You know, better late than never. And you have all the time in the world.
Why?
Why waste 90 years walking when I should have been helping others? Seems pretty obvious to me. I could have done a lot of good in that time.
Who knows? Maybe the 90 years of quiet reflection changed who we were. Maybe that made us better therapists. You don't know.
But your should turns that which you could find fulfilling into a duty. You create an extrinsic motivator. Good statements are another cognitive distortion, something created by your own mind. Nature asks almost nothing of you.
And we unlocked a new fallacy.
Even if your should comes from a place of good, it creates undue pressure.
It creates pressure, but is it undue? Should. Take on any value system, place something at the very top, and that will judge you. And you will have your shoulds. It becomes on you if you let it.
And what do we do once we are pressured? We resent the shoulds. We procrastinate. And as you know, we have a lot of time to procrastinate.
Depends where the shoots come from.
You got that right. Why do today what you could do next century?
I guess in our case it's more extreme.
Exactly. Short statements remove the intrinsic joy from that which you find fulfilling.
Hold on though, ain't there some things we really should do?
Yes.
Of course, there are things we must do, but nature herself tells us what they are. We invent the rest. Let me give you an exercise.
Okay, let's see.
Listen closely. See whether you can find the shoot statement that is a distortion. I should go to the vampire dentist. You know what they say. If you have bad fangs, you get bad blood.
Well, that's true.
I should drink blood today. I should take my blood partner Crimson out on a date.
Well, that's a shoot statement.
Saying you should take Crimson out on a date is a should statement. You've turned something you want to do into something you have to do.
Bada bing, bada boom.
That's right, Samuel. You know, I couldn't be more pleased with you. Your time in nature was clearly well spent.
There you go, that's what I said.
Well, thanks, I suppose. But if you don't mind my saying so, I hope you're treating that mortal lady right.
Thank you. Please, ask her yourself. I imagine she would share her blood with you. You look like her type.
Hold on. I've only been in Europe for a couple of days. I ain't gonna go after my teacher's girlfriend.
Exactly. Seems like a bad idea.
She does what she wishes, and that is why I chose her as my blood partner.
Well, maybe that's okay with you, but okay.
Samuel, even if it beats no longer, you have a good heart. I think you will be an excellent therapist.
Thank you.
So far, that good heart of mine hasn't amounted to much, but I'm willing to give it my best shot.
We will try.
You're uncomfortable with praise, aren't you, Samuel? Every time I say something positive, you find a way to negate it.
Guilt for past mistakes.
I just don't think I should be doing any bragging. I spent my first 50 years killing, spent the next 90 walking in the woods. I've tried to walk a better path since then, but I ain't no saint, Auntie.
I did not say you were. Having met several so-called saints, I can attest that none of them were either. I understand your discomfort, Samuel. I, too, have done terrible things that I cannot erase. But is erasing the good I have done worthwhile?
No, but you also have to pay for your sins. You can't go calling yourself good after a very small act if for the last 50 years you've been killing. There is redemption to be had, but you have to pay for it. But it is there.
Well, I guess when you put it like that, it sounds kind of silly.
It's another cognitive distortion, one that mortal psychologists call disqualifying the positive.
That's kind of easy.
I understand that the actions of your past are difficult to bear, but what we are here to do is accept reality, with both its positive and negative aspects. I am not saying that you should disqualify your negative actions, but merely note when you disqualify the positive ones. Let us try an exercise. See whether you can challenge me when I disqualify my positive deeds.
He really doesn't trust me. He's testing every possible cognitive distortion on me.
I am Andromachos, one of the most powerful vampires alive.
That is anything but disqualifying the positive.
Before I became the vampire I am now, I did exceptionally terrible things.
Okay.
I have defiled the innocent. I have killed countless people.
Okay.
The good I now do pales in comparison to the evil I have done.
It does. That's not this, but sure, it's disqualifying the positive, but it pales. That's an objective thing. It doesn't compare. But let's see.
Regardless of my past evil deeds, I am quite good looking.
Well, sure. That's not relevant.
You didn't catch me disqualifying the positive. Let's try again.
I did, but it was objective. Your good does pale in comparison to the evil you've done.
I have the good I now do pales in comparison to the evil I have done.
That's the one. You're literally disqualifying the positive by comparing it to the evil stuff you done.
Well done, Sam. I believe the recognition of this
There you go.
distortion will serve you well when you start to see clients tomorrow.
First clients, let's go.
Whoa, tomorrow? I only just started learning these here cognitive distortions.
No, we've got this. Come on.
I will, of course, be with you.
No, go away.
Don't worry.
I'm
I can
doing
sense
this
your
myself.
instincts and will help you.
But tomorrow, I just don't feel ready yet.
Don't be a coward. You're a vampire.
My friend, we are never truly ready. But if it would ease your concerns, we can practice with further examples. Would that be helpful to you?
No. I guess you're right. I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Give me a patient.
Your first client is on his way.
Let's
What,
go.
already? Look, Mr. Andy, sir, are you sure I'm ready for this?
First client.
These are people's brains I'm messing with.
People don't listen. It's not like I'm going to give them advice.
Let us look at your first client's case file.
Let's see.
Dr. Drain, huh? You ain't got no first name?
Age 430, male, English. Dr. Drain is a class of 1614 graduate of Royal College of Physicians. Oh, he's also a doctor. Actually, I'm just a vampire. I'm not even a doctor. Is now concerned that he has developed an addiction to a drug of his own formulation. Suggestion. We detected strong irritability on the phone. Investigate Drain's drinking and sleeping habits. Look, he looks furious, even with picture.
Many vampires go by one name. Families and titles seem to become more abstract after a certain age.
Huh. So is it funny that he kept the title?
Indeed. You catch on quickly, despite your habit of disqualifying the positive.
Just because I don't feel entitled to gobbling myself doesn't mean I'm dumb.
I will let you work now. I shall be meditating in my coffin, but I will sense when you need my help.
Okay.
But I...
Nothing, Sam. Be confident.
Samuel, I know you can handle this. Be yourself, and all will be well.
Let's go. Now this chitter chatter. Bye bye.
Satan bless it all, I hate flying.
Oh, there he is.
Hey there.
Hello.
God's blood, what on earth are you?
A cowboy. And by the sound of your accent, you're British.
My name's Sam. I'm the new therapist. Make yourself comfortable, Dr. Drain.
Dr. Drain. I wonder if he's going to be a drain.
And American as well. Good God. It's not enough for you lot to take over the world of the living. Even the halls of the dead aren't safe from you.
But what calling the kettle black? You're in Germany in a nightclub. We're both out of place.
Oh well. I suppose your lot are all into this touchy-feely stuff, aren't you?
You're the one getting therapy. What do you mean?
And ignorance, even American ignorance, is bliss, I suppose. Oh, sweet ignorance, how I do wish I knew thee. Damn it, how am I gonna work with this fella? I gotta ask Annie.
Are you alright, Samuel?
Oh, now he's a hologram.
You gave me this fella as my first client?
Do or die, sink or swim.
Why not? He is clearly hiding very little about his state of mind.
How am I supposed to help him when he already sees me as the bad guy?
It's misplaced. Just continue.
Use your instincts, Samuel. Think about how you have felt in your darkest hours.
In my darkest hours, my eyes were closed. I was sleeping.
What does this poor vampire want?
I don't know. Love, attention, comfort, a shoulder to cry on. He wants to complain, yeah. Shoulder to cry on.
I think he just wants to complain.
He wants to be listened to.
Perceptive, Samuel. He can hardly stop himself, can he?
So, what? I just let him complain?
Yes. I get paid.
Of course. Just give him a starting point to let it all out. It will make him feel better.
Well, if you say so.
Don't worry, Samuel. You are doing wonderfully. I will release your time now.
Well, are you just going to sit there? I was just gonna ask how your trip here was.
It's a starting point.
My trip? My trip was bloody wonderful. Until my familiar got a flat tire and I had to fly 30 kilometers here as a bat. I hate being a bat and I hate flying. You know, an owl tried to eat me. Me, a creature that has lived for centuries, treated like common prey. I'm surprised he was even interested. You should see what an ugly little beastie I am when I transform. All I could do was screech and squeak until he went away.
Well, you're lucky.
Well, I suppose I'm alive, in a manner of speaking anyway.
So difficult life is for this poor fellow.
You all right there, pal?
No.
Yes, I'm fine, I'm fine. Well, I'm not, of course. I wouldn't be here otherwise. But for the sake of conversational integrity, fine. I take it you read my case file and know why I'm here?
You have an addiction.
You're here for an addiction problem. Yes. Embarrassing, isn't it?
Not really. Lots of people have addictions.
What's to be embarrassed about? I remember when Ulysses S. Grant was president. Didn't seem to bother him. Oh, well, of course. How wonderful it is that I share the mental feelings of people who only live a single lifetime. Hey, come on now. There's a part of us that's still mortal. Can't help that, just like we can't help being dead. So I'm discovering. Look, I just need some tips and I'll be on my way. Just give me all the tricks. Whatever one does to make addictions go away.
It's not how this works. If it's how this worked, people wouldn't need therapy.
Tips? Let me think.
Suggest a milder addiction, suggest something tasty, suggest a hug, or suggest there are no easy solutions. I think it's this one.
Partner, there ain't no tips that'll magically cure you. But I'm here to listen. You know, I never in my life thought anyone would ever call me partner. Like partner, but not with a T.
Very perceptive.
And I know how you English love your tea.
Ah! That's funny.
Thank goodness we can still process tea. We cannot live on blood alone. I appreciate the concern, though.
Ah, starting to like me.
I must admit, I rather saw myself above this whole addiction thing. But tell you what, let's not worry about being above or below anything. You're here now, so let's see what we can do. What exactly are you addicted to? It's a form of plasma, a catalytic compound of my own design, a necessary component of my own scientific goals. You're losing me.
Ah.
Well, let me try to make it simple. I have been able to replicate and even alter the molecular patterns that vampiric erythrocyte surface receptors receive. Our unique physiology gives us an increased ligand affinity, which is how we are able to process blood the way that we do. I can extend this receptivity and thus achieve my true goal: synthetic blood, freedom from the hunger that plagues us, and hope for all humanity.
Oh, that's a nice thing.
Well, dang, that sounds pretty impressive, Doc. Well, it doesn't work without a vampiric catalyst, and that is the plasma I am addicted to. Pathetic, isn't it? I have spent 400 years trying to steal the secret of blood, only to be engulfed by it, like Prometheus walking into a fireplace.
Don't say that. We have a fireplace right here. I don't want you to die.
Pathetic? Doc, where the heck would you get a word like that? You've come up with a synthetic blood. Man, I can barely get my spurs on some mornings. Maybe you've had a setback or two, but give yourself a little credit, compadre. Credit? For wasting 400 years? Practically speaking, I'm in the same place as I was back when King James was in power. Only now I have a drug problem. Perhaps I must face facts. My professor was right. Nothing we ever do will make a damned bit of difference.
Well, that sounds very doom and gloom, if I say so myself.
Now hold on just a minute there, cowpoke. I've heard you talk a lot about failure, but it sure sounds to me like you ain't thinking clearly if you think you're a failure. I am a realist, that's all. 400 years of study and still dabbling with leukocytes.
That's a should statement. He should be dabbling with something else after 400 years.
Let me aid you, Samuel. Our doctor friend is using belittling language. What kind of distortion does that indicate?
I am sorry. The implication is he should be dabbling with something else after 400 years. Fine, what?
I don't know many people who would call working with leukocytes dabbling. I mean, I gotta admit, I have no earthly clue what you're talking about. So unless you made up all them science terms, I think you might be doing more than playing with a chemistry set. Perhaps. But if we consider all there is to know about blood, I know precious little.
That's okay.
But you know something. Yes, I concede I might know something about blood. I would hope so after 400 years.
So it's not as bad as you thought.
You still got more knowledge about blood than most, whether it's been 4 years or 400 years, amigo. Let's get back to what you were saying, though. I'm saying I am surely the oldest, most well-studied doctor in the world. I should have achieved more than this.
I should. That is a should statement.
Well, who said you should have achieved more?
I did.
Isn't it obvious? I should have something to show for 400 years of work.
Ah, papa, says who.
And what happens if you don't? Absolutely nothing at all.
Haha.
Well, that's my point. That is not as encouraging as you think it is. Ain't meant to be encouraging, just showing you a little reality.
Huh?
Well, it's all my fault, really. I cannot seem to motivate my scientists to reach the necessary level of dedication. It's always shocking to me how little urgency mortals have around death.
It's all my fault. That's a control fallacy. It's not his fault that his scientists are kind of lazy.
So it's all your fault that you haven't come up with the perfect synthetic blood. It can't be anyone else's fault. Only I have the skill, the knowledge, and the experience.
Only I.
Pardon me for saying so, Doc, but it sounds like what you're doing is pretty dang complicated. It sounds to me like you're some kind of god if you expect control over life itself. Please, I am a scientist, not a spiritualist. It is not control I seek, but understanding. And are you ever gonna have perfect understanding? No, of course not. I'm not a wizard.
Well, you'd have infinite time. Maybe you should have more knowledge. Playing the Uno reverse card right now.
So how about not putting saving the world on one person, Doc? That is a simplification, but I take your point. As I was saying, now that I'm addicted to my own drug, I have joined the ranks of mortal celebrities in my utter irrelevance.
That's this doom and gloom thinking. It's Nosferatu.
That's a pretty dark read on things. You know, lots of folks get over their addictions. Yes, but not me.
Why not? What are you? A vampire?
I'm trying to tell you that even if you are addicted, that ain't the end, hermano. You got a lot of life and opportunity left in you.
As in you're a vampire, you don't have that much life, but you know.
If you can call this life.
Exactly.
Now hold on there. That's what I call Nosferatu thinking, straight from the coffin. Life ain't all black and white. It's got its shades of gray too, you know. Oh, well played, cowpoke. Perhaps I am being a little dramatic. Yes, I'm aware that in reality progress has been made, enough to get to this point.
Okay.
But I didn't come here to ask for a pat on the back and to be told I'm a good boy.
But I don't. Maybe it's part of a process.
That ain't my department, but I hear they do some of that stuff downstairs.
Ah.
Yes, we all know very well that the Continentals are more sexually liberated than we are.
Yes.
But as I say, I don't want all this therapy stuff. I just want to stop using this damn drug.
Well, I'm not this damned drug stopper. I'm a therapist. Wrong room.
So what's so good about this stuff anyway? Why do you like it? I'm not certain. I don't remember what happens after I take it, but I wake up feeling, how do I put this, alive. Well, that don't sound so bad. A good nap can make me feel like a new man. I'm not talking about feeling refreshed. I mean I feel alive, as if I'm someone else, someone who lives. And I wake up and find, oh gracious me, I am not depressed.
Ah, he's depressed. That's a problem.
You mean to tell me that you're going to sleep depressed every night? Oh, nothing of the sort. Oh well, I'm glad to hear that.
Wait, what? You just said.
You are assuming that I can simply go to sleep and my global scientific enterprise will run itself.
So what, you don't sleep?
Oh wait just a gosh darn minute. You're telling me you don't sleep?
Exactly.
Yes. It's not as though we can get much deader already, and I have work to do.
Well, that's not very good.
So you're not sleeping, and you're always depressed. I think we're starting to get somewhere. Oh, don't be such a bumpkin. If you are a sapient individual, aware of the world around you, depression is the only sensible reaction. It has nothing to do with sleep.
This is Nosferatu because it's black and white.
Come on now, it's a big world out there, and different things are depressing to different people. Everyone reacts to things differently. Ain't it true that a sensible person, as you call them, might even be a different degree of depressed?
Huh?
Very well, I suppose I might have been using a bit of mild hyperbole.
Mild hyperbole.
Mild is putting it mildly, buckaroo.
Ayo.
Buckaroo? Now I'm even more depressed. Regardless, I didn't come here to be a whiner. Oh, boo-hoo, on life is hard. We all know it's hard.
Labeling as whiner.
Now why'd you say coming and talking to me makes you a whiner? Is that not what I currently am? Sounds to me like you're expressing yourself. Whiner is the word you used. Yeah, if you want to call it whining, that's up to you. But that's entirely your label. Oh, very well, call it moaning or whinging if you prefer. Moaning, whinging, belly aching, still all just labels.
C'est la vie, I said.
I don't believe I shall be using the term belly aching in any case. But I have to say, in the moments I wake up, I feel free. I suppose it must be what being an ignoramus feels like.
It's also labeling.
You honestly think feeling good makes you an ignoramus? The phrase ignorance is bliss is most apt, don't you think? But by calling yourself an ignoramus, you're making bliss something to be avoided. Yes, unfortunate how that works, isn't it? The only way to be happy is by being a fool.
Well, you're a scientist. In researching, you have to be a fool because you have to admit you don't know.
Partner, those are your labels. Try using something more positive and see how you feel. What, shall I say that by being ignorant, I am a noble genius?
In some way?
Still just labels. Oh, very well. I suppose I might be discounting my experience. I don't know how to say this, amigo. You really don't like letting yourself be happy. Honestly, I'm failing to see the problem with taking this stuff. Seems like it's making you get the rest you need and it makes you feel good. What's the problem?
Oh, that's an interesting question.
First of all, I do not need to rest. And partaking of this plasma does have downsides.
Like what?
What kind of downsides? I do not know what happens when I partake of the substance. However, when I wake up, I feel refreshed. But I also smell of blood and sex. Once I even woke up wearing a football jersey. It was most distasteful.
Depends what football jersey.
I guess you must be having some kind of good time. That is not my idea of a good time. I'm Dr. Drain. I am intelligent and worldly, not some ill-bred monster. I don't go gallivanting into godforsaken places to engage in depraved coitus and the consumption of dirty blood.
Well, you do, you just don't remember.
It sounds to me like you're real good at denying yourself things. Well, I should be better at it.
I should be better.
No, Doc. A wise old vampire recently told me something I'm about to tell you. You keep talking about the things you should be doing. You, compadre, are shoulding all over yourself. Oh, well, that is vivid, isn't it? I can now add incontinence to my already considerable list of faults. I'm being serious. I'm listening to you tell me I should be doing this, and I shouldn't be doing that. But who gave you all them shoulds and shouldn'ts?
He did?
I don't know. It shouldn't matter, should it? I've been dead for over 400 years.
It's the oldest stuff that sticks with us, amigo. We all got traumas. Heck, we're dead men. That's traumatic no matter what. What we gotta start with is you. You've been through a lot. Don't rope yourself up so tight. Listen, we're doing good work already, I know it.
Let's go.
Now, let's not push too hard. I would really like you to think about where all them shoulds are coming from before we meet again. And be good to yourself, all right, partner? Don't feel like you gotta go cold turkey on that plasma stuff.
Yes, well, all the same, I'd rather not do it at all.
As you wish.
Is that actually gonna happen, though?
It might.
You're dipping into it tonight, aren't you?
I was thinking about it. I'll admit, you've given me some things to think about. Not pleasant ones, mind.
Yeah, but I don't get paid for being pleasant. I get paid for being effective. As in, the drinks in this bar are free. Maybe this therapy is also free.
You can handle it, partner. You're way smarter than I am.
Yes, well, that is certainly true. Very well. I shall do some reflecting, inasmuch as our kind can reflect.
Because they can't see themselves in mirrors.
I shall see you in precisely 4 weeks, then. Farewell, Sam.
See you in the next one.